Welcome, everybody. We're so excited that you are tuning in today. We have an amazing event that I'm super excited to share with you all. We are going to be going over the 6 keys to unlock your CEO potential. My name is Melanie Greenough. I'm the CEO and founder of Create Your Empire. Formerly, she's creating an empire. And the reason for the brand change is that we really wanted to dive deep into you taking personal responsibility to build a life and a business that you absolutely love. We focus on brand, online business, being able to really create an entire kind of format for your life that has you fired up and jumping out of bed every single day. So I'm going to run through a slide deck with you today that goes through the 6 keys that you can use to move yourself forward. Now, whether you have a business or not, it does not matter. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to have a side hustle of some kind, if you want to earn more income, if you want to create wealth long term, we're going to discover in this next 30 minutes how you can actually set yourself up for success. So turn off the distractions, make sure that you put the put the blinders on and really pay attention. Just so you guys know, 15 years ago, I literally started an online business with $500. And I did not have the money to invest. Trust me, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I had two traditional businesses, 44 employees, 65,000 a month in overhead before I made a dime. I was a single mom. I had my own kid, 3 foster kids, 2 dogs, and I was pastoring a church. I honestly did not have the time, money, or even emotional resources to start something else. But my option was either I did something different or I was going to continue to struggle in a financial situation. And I didn't have any time to live the way I want to live. I would have faced having somebody else raise my daughter, and I didn't want that. So I did dive in, I borrowed the money, I got started, and within about 30 days, I had replaced the income that I was taking home. Within 6 months, I was full time. Actually, within about 3 months, I was full time. And I've gone on to create a 7-figure empire that includes network marketing, courses, coaching, create your empire, and other streams of income. One of the things that I found along the way was that most women don't necessarily believe that it's possible for them to be able to get a hold of their finances, pay off their debt, increase their income, and really start to live a life that lights them on fire. So let's jump in and run through these so that you can get an understanding of how this could work for you. So we're going to talk about transforming your side hustle into 6-figure success, whether or not you have one yet. So if you don't have one yet, don't worry. Questions to contemplate: are you running your life and business like a CEO? Because the reality is most people's lives are running them. They're not running it. So we're going to, have you kind of focus, because of course where awareness goes, energy flows, and that's how change happens. But also, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do differently starting right now? If you knew you could do anything and you could not fail, what would you do differently starting right now? We're going to run through the CEO 6, which is time, branding, sales, finance, SaaS model, which you'll find out what that is, and personal development. And we're going to go through each one so that you can start to gain traction in your own life, even leaving this event. Now, our Create Your Empire success path starts with you building an empire wealth plan. This is getting your finances under control, paying off your debt, using our financial fitness framework to be able to make more, keep more, and make it grow. Then we move on to creating a dynamic brand. The brand is at the core of everything we do, everything you're going to do online, that's for sure. Empire sales system: what does that look like? How can you start to have sales coming in so that you can generate income? And then, of course, that's going to get you to the stage of breakthrough. Breakthrough is where you start to really believe and see the results in your own life to create success. Of course, we want to go to profit stage and then to scaling. Most of you are going to be starting at the very beginning of that, but I wanted to show you the success path just so you had an idea how we work with people through this process. All right. So time, making sure that you're using your time wisely. 2, self-development, sharpening your skill and your mindset daily. branding, becoming the go-to expert in whatever field you choose to be in. Sales, converting leads to paying clients and raving fans. Finances, knowing your numbers, and the profit first model, making sure you're getting paid. And of course, the SaaS model, which is service as a subscription, is creating recurring revenue. So let's go into each one of these here and just dive in, take a little bit of a dive in a pool of each one of those. Now, I want to talk to those of you that are not making money yet, right? Maybe you've started a side hustle and you've been working and you're frustrated because you're not seeing the income. I want you guys to know that the very beginning, that I would say the first even year of having a side hustle can be really frustrating. It's also the hardest part because this is where you're learning the skill set and the mindset, and you're trying all these different things and you're learning and you feel uncomfortable and you feel awkward and it's not your identity yet, right? Well, we want to make sure that you become the CEO of your business and your life, and you incorporate your identity as a CEO into what you're doing. Now, it takes work to grow your business, I know. And so before you can grow your business, you have to grow yourself. And that's what we're talking about with this identity shift. How many people feel like an imposter most of the time, right? Most people feel like an imposter most of the time. And we don't want that for you. I want for your identity to get to the place where you are really creating something that is, you know, um, inside of you. There's no better way to live a fulfilling life than actually having what you're doing become a part of you. Welcome everybody. I can see your comments. I'll talk to you guys here in a minute. Okay, number one, time. Let's go. Time is the one thing you cannot buy, borrow, or get back. Do you have a daily method of operation that is moving you towards your goals? A daily method of operation can be as simple as 5 things that you need to do each and every day to get results in your business or your life. So, you might be needing to prospect, you might be needing to book sales calls, follow up. Maybe you need to get to the gym every day. Maybe you need to meditate. What is your daily method of operation to make sure that you are building a life and a business together, but actually getting results and moving the needle? Now, here are actual actionable steps for you to take. Number one, do a time audit. And this is a powerful exercise. And you should do this once a week. Do a time audit, find out where you're spending your time, where are you wasting your time, put blocks of time into your calendar so that you can do profit producing activities, family and social time, physical health, etc., so that you're putting in those big rocks in your calendar and making sure that you're working on them. Focus your time on profit producing activities, eliminating any consumer behavior, especially on social. Don't scroll, don't get caught in the scroll hole. If you're on social media, it should be so that you're building your brand and making money. That's the only reason you should be on social. Prioritize the activities that will move you towards your goals. Now, let's talk about goals. Setting goals. Have your goals set for the year. You want to make sure you have an annual goal. Then you're going to break that down into monthly, weekly, and even daily goals so that if you wanted to make, let's say you want to make $1 million in the next year. Well, if you break down $1 million, like if you want to, guys, why don't you guys do that on your calculator? If you take $1 million, I'm going to pull up the calculator. So if I put in $1 million and I divide it by 365 days, that means I would have to learn to make $2,700 a day. Now, for some of you that is just starting out, that might seem like a lot. So let's do $100,000. If we divide that by 365 days, that means you have to make $273. So $273 a day. Can you learn to make $273 a day? That is a very doable thing if you have some of the things in place that we're going to talk about. So you want to break that down. You want to audit your activity weekly. So at the end of each week, you want to do a review. Find an accountability community for support. That's why Create Your Empire is so powerful. All these beautiful ladies that you see on here, they are all here to support each other. If you have found this to be a supportive community, can you please drop a 1 in the chat? Because I really want for people to know that, being an entrepreneur can be difficult. But when you have people around you that are doing the same thing, supporting you and cheering you on, it sure becomes a lot easier. And of course, finally, find a mentor and a coach. Now, number 2, self-development. This is really important and often overlooked. The best investment you will ever make is in you. You can learn through courses. This can be energetically more challenging for those of you that can't sit still to learn, but we recommend no more than 2 to 4 hours of learning a week so that you have time to implement. Then group coaching can be very effective as you learn from others at a faster pace than courses alone. Mentorship is a process of being coached over a long period of time, right? Some people get a coach for 90 days or a year, but the reality is mentorship, like really being mentored by somebody, is a 2 to 5 year time frame, if not longer, to get the full experience. And then, of course, live events. These change lives. So if you want to go fast, that's the ticket. Now, to create an income that's independent of your time, having a personal growth plan is ideal. It's really important that you put in to your personal development plan, investment, time, figure out where you're going to learn, who you're going to learn from, who's going to mentor you, and be very diligent about following through on that. Now, something, like I said, this is something you're going to invest in and plan for annually. So every year I know what my personal development budget is, and I go and I intentionally find coaches. And like right now, we just stepped into a coaching program, very high ticket coaching program, and it's a year-long program, but we already know it's actually probably going to be 3 years that we're there minimum. Okay. So I'm not just like, oh, it's a lot of money, I'm only going to do this 1 year. No, 1 year is barely enough for foundation. You have to actually get plugged in and go further than that if you want to rise to where you could be. Now, it's also something you need to start now if you haven't started. So for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, of course, you have to get better. So here's some things to think about. Do you have broken scripts that are keeping you stuck in a pattern of defeat? We talk a lot about this inside of Breakthrough Success Coaching, right? We just had we do weekly meeting every single week. We have a weekly mentorship call, group call, and we talk through this with individuals, etc. But we were talking about broken scripts. Like if you have a broken script that there's not enough money or just enough money, and you're out there trying to build a business, you're only going to get just enough money or not enough money. Your script has to change. Are you actively seeking to reprogram your mind for success? This is an important piece of personal development. Do you need to reparent yourself? You're going to hear more about that in a minute. But reparenting is the process of being able to, really allow yourself to parent you. Like if you were your parent, knowing what you know now, or if you had a wealthy parent, what would they teach you? And are you willing to go through the progress of the program to get yourself reprogrammed? Like really, you have to reparent yourself. Have you taken radical responsibility for the results in your life? I love that some people, somebody blamed me recently for some crazy stuff, and I'm like, I wasn't even at your house. Like, I'm not even a part of your life. How could that be possible? But what people would rather do is blame you rather than take responsibility for their part in it. Well, are you doing the same thing? Are you blaming your spouse, your kids? A lot of people, well, a lot of women will say, well, I don't have time to build because I don't have time to build a business because of my kids. No, your kids are the reason you should build a business, actually. So you really have to take radical responsibility to be able to get to where you want to go. Now, this might be a little bit small, but I wanted to give you guys kind of a framework for reparenting. We did this yesterday on the call, and if you were on the call yesterday, drop it in the chat if you got breakthrough yesterday when we were talking about the money stuff. Okay, so the power of self-discipline. These are all where we have to reprogram ourselves. We need self-discipline. We need a definiteness of purpose, personal initiative. This is trained out of you in school. Personal initiative, definite of purpose, trained out of you, right? Like they actually train you to not take personal initiative. Positive mental attitude, the importance of accurate thinking. If you have a broken model of success, a broken model of marriage, a broken model of money, a broken model of online business, whatever it is, my hair is standing on end, whatever it is you're trying to do, if you have a broken model, you can't build a strong foundation on a broken model. We got to fix the crack in the foundation, and that takes time, discipline, energy, plugging in. It takes you showing up for you. It takes you saying, yeah, you know what? I am worth the investment and I am going to do this. Okay. So that's really, really important. A necessity of accurate concentration. Concentration is super important because focus is what actually gets you results. The importance of self-control, the power of a person pleasing personality, the significance, it's in there twice, of accurate thinking, the necessity of teamwork. Are you trying to do this on your own? How many of you, prior to coming to create your empire, you were trying to do this on your own and you thought there was something wrong with you? You thought you were the only one that was facing these struggles and dealing with these challenges. And then you get in the community and all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one. And there isn't anything wrong with me. Teamwork makes the dream work, I promise you. Okay. The importance of learning from adversity. Most people, when they get hit with adversity, curl up in the corner and suck their thumb. We don't act like that as CEOs. As CEOs, we say, what can I learn from this adversity? What is the equal seed of opportunity? And of course, the significance of health and harmony and the importance of budgeting time and money. This is all the things. Now, how long do you think it would take you to get through this list to where you could say, okay, I'm 100%, let's go? I'm still working on it. I've been doing it for 15 years. Okay. So I want you guys to take the long road. Yes, you can get small wins. Like yesterday, we get a hit. We got lots of people that got breakthrough yesterday in our Create Your Empire group, in our Breakthrough Success Coaching group. They got lots of breakthrough and they do every single week. But the reality is that is going to be a track to run on for a hot minute. Okay. So all of this is taught in our Breakthrough Success Coaching. Number 3, branding. A personal brand is the key to a successful online business. This is, I know that I can see Sydney Crow on here. Sydney Crow is a student. She's been a student for 3 years, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And she keeps plugging in and keeps coming back. And now her brand is starting to explode. She's finally getting a hold of the inner juju of her brand, and she's showing up and she's got reels going viral and she's learning to now convert those reels. You understand your brand is the way you show up in the world, and it's very important for that to be a powerful experience. Now, personal branding in today's world, media, right? You need it for media for people to find you. It's a resume for sure. People check you, and it's an attraction tool to gain more clients, which you need to get more money. Your personal brand is as a whole, it's your character, your core values, and your expertise all wrapped up in a consistent visual presentation. So I know sometimes people think, well, I don't know what a brand is, or I don't have a brand. You do have a brand. If I open your social media, you're going to be showing up in a certain way, right? That is your brand. But is it the way you want to show up in the world to be the expert that you are at whatever you are doing? So that's what your personal brand is going to do. It attracts the right client through visual and written storytelling. Knowing the language that your ideal client speaks is essential to communicating for conversion, right? Social media is not about posting. It's about converting, right? We're going to practice posting. Yes, we're going to learn our colors and our fonts, and we're going to kind of get more comfortable on social, and you can go through all of that. But you also have to get to the place where you recognize you're speaking to a person and that person wants to buy from you. So if you can communicate with them in a way that has them saying yes, you can make an unlimited amount of money. Now, we want you to show up being authentically you. People buy based on emotion and justify it with logic later. Your brand needs to create a feeling in others that makes them say, yes, I want that. Okay. So it's important that we are showing up in a way that allows for them to do that. Your brand will consist of a strong storyline. You want to have 60-second videos or shorter. You can also do lives. That's fine too. A strong call to action. So you have to have the next steps for them to connect with you. A consistent visual brand, colors, cohesive style, of course. Core values that are clear and communicatable. This is where communicable core values. Okay. This is where you getting down to the nitty gritty, figuring out what your mission is, and really making sure that you're communicating it in a way that is bringing your brand to life is super important. Now, remember, this is the brand journey. Start and allow your style and communication and storytelling to unfold. Progress over perfection. Do I have any perfect people out there, recovering perfectionists, right? You're recovering perfectionists if you're in our community. So we want to make sure that you are able to get progress and not get stuck in perfection. Now, number 4 is sales. Sales, sales, sales. I know people are like, I'm not a salesperson. I hate to break it to you, but you are a salesperson. If you sell yourself on going to the gym, if you sell your kids on eating broccoli, if you sell your husband on staying married to you, you are a salesperson. That's how it works. Okay. So don't worry about whether you're good at sales. We want to create an environment where you can learn to increase your income in a single day. Well, that's how close more sales. Okay. The magic key: sales are important if you're in business. We know that female entrepreneurs get stuck when it comes to asking for the sale, and that is why we focus on mission. Your mission will determine your message. And when your message is attracting your ideal client, you will have sales pouring in with ease. The sales process: attract, enroll, and activate. I'm going to give you some quick tips that you can take away and use starting today to actually start to turn this around for you in your brand and your social media. Number 1, make a friend first. You want to make sure you're connecting with people. Identify their strengths, needs, and goals. What do they want from you? What are they looking for? Offer solutions that fit their needs. Don't try and drag them into something or over to something that they don't want to do. Find out what their need is and fill that need. Close the deal and collect the money. You've got to get the credit card, right? You're going to hear me say that a lot. Change doesn't happen until they pay you. So, for example, if you have a nutrition company, they have to pay you before they're going to get the benefit of the nutrition. If you have a coaching or a training or whatever you have, they have to actually put the credit card down before they get activated, and that's when the change happens. Now, of course, we want to activate that new client to get them exceptional results on whatever product or service you've just sold them so that they turn into a raving fan. This is something that you can do starting today. Just this little, solution, 5 steps to creating a sales process. Now, the CEO's way. We believe in calendars. Have a calendar with your strategy calls, spots booked, converting to paid clients. Strategy calls are the fastest way for you to make sales. I know that there's some people that post their links and have people buy. The problem is they're not usually recurring customers. A little quick Zoom, 10-minute Zoom would have you having that person most likely be a much more likely repeat customer if they are connecting with you first. Creating a lead to a call funnel that converts is not only simple but fun. So creating a lead magnet is a higher level conversation. We talk about that in Breakthrough Success Coaching. I'm going to leave that alone for right now because I really want to focus on you getting the mindset of the CEO. Solve problems for people at a profit. That's what CEOs do. CEOs solve problems for people at a profit. So if you have weight loss, you're solving the weight loss problem. If you have education in finance, you're solving that problem. What problem does your product or service solve? And how can you improve that process? Now, number 5, finances. We all have to deal with money, right? We have to deal with money. So we want to make sure that our mindset's right about money, first of all, but we also need to know what our numbers are. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. And that means your household numbers. It means your business numbers, right? Once a week, we can have a weekly review of our finances, find out what our total sales are, what the taxes do on those sales, what our fixed overhead is. Fixed overhead are things that don't change, right? Rent, car payment, mortgage, groceries, they typically don't change that much. And then fluctuating overhead would be like, a trip to wherever, and maybe you're investing in a program, whatever you're doing, that's a fluctuating number. And then, of course, what is the profit at the end of the day? I will tell you, most people eat everything they earn. If you have a job right now and you don't have a side hustle, or if you have a job and a side hustle, you're most likely eating everything you earn. What I mean by eat your seed, right? We don't want that to happen. We want for you to have profit that gets fed back into a wealth building machine that has you actually earning more money over time. We want to make sure you have financial systems set up so that they're set up and scalable, easy to evaluate through reports, and measurable milestones. The power of compounding is real. Like $200 a month put away from the time you're 18, you'll be a millionaire at 40. If that's just $200 a month, okay? So those numbers are real. So you want to make sure that as you're looking at your wealth plan, your long-term wealth plan, how are you going to make that money compound? Where are you going to put it? And of course, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Now, we believe in profit first. I want you to pay yourself first. We also believe in debt-free living. We teach people to pay off their debt in 5 to 7 years without increasing their income. And I promise you can do it too. If you are on this live today and you've paid off debt since you joined this community, can you please drop the number in the chat? I want people to see and be encouraged that they can do it too. Savings and investing, of course, is a very important part of the structure of the finances as a CEO. Now, if you're married, do it with your husband. If he doesn't want to do it, you do it. If he doesn't want to do it with you, you do it anyways, right? We have to get a grip on what's going on. $1.2 million of debt paid off, 65K. This is real, guys. What happens is people get stuck in these traps and they think that they can't get out of debt, but I promise you, you absolutely can. Now, your income and your savings can be automated so that on payday, you can transfer your money from your business account to your personal savings or investments accounts. And we're going to be talking about this in Breakthrough Success Coaching extensively, but how to get that money and then put it in the appropriate places so that you're kind of keeping yourself broke, but the money's going to do its job where it's supposed to. Now, the second part, if you're going to scale your business, of course, is sales goals and projections. You want to make sure that you're setting yourself up with good, strong goals every single week so that you are focused on growing your business. Pillar number 6, SaaS, which is recurring subscription income. Now, a powerful form of active income that requires you to make a sale one time and it will pay you every time that subscription is paid. This is what you're going to find with network marketing, multi-level marketing. Some affiliate programs are like that. If you have a recurring membership, the boxes, there's all kinds of ways to do it. So here's some examples of companies that use it. Netflix is a recurring subscription. Uber is not recurring, although I feel like it is in my life. But Netflix, Hulu, Google, all these places that charge you $10, $20, $30 a month, those are recurring memberships, right? And then, of course, memberships, masterminds, network marketing, affiliate marketing, I already said that. Adding an affiliate program to your CO6 plan can be very useful to create stable income. A membership that offers your clients a health product, education product, or other form of value will help to bolster their results and create stable income for your business. That means that you can really go create for yourself a recurring revenue that whether you're working or not, it continues to come in. So for example, in some compensation plans, you can have just 12 customers and make $600 a month. That's $7,200 US annually. 30 customers pays you $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year US. What would $12,000 a year do for you in your business? Think about this. If you have a job doing whatever you do, or you have whatever, right? And you add in an extra 7,200 or 12,000, or what about $20,000? That's going to change the landscape of your finances significantly. Pro tip, selling someone else's product or service alleviates the pressure for the entrepreneur, that's you, to create systems for customer service, delivery, and processing. This lets you focus on sales and income rather than mundane and often energy sucking activities. This is why we believe so strongly in network marketing or affiliate marketing, because you can plug into a system that's already running. They're delivering the product, they're doing product development, they're doing all of the background work, the labeling, the legal, all the stuff that you don't want to deal with. And you can just connect customers to the company. The company delivers to the customer and you get paid. Like seriously, it's the most powerful form of compensation plan on the planet. So in summary, there's really 6 things that you need to get in line to think like a CEO and really start to change your life. It will not happen overnight. That is why we have a success path, but they are time, personal development, branding, sales, finance, and of course, the SaaS model. Now, when we look at the wealth plan, you have to ask yourself, where are you on your journey? Are you at the Empire Wealth Plan, stage number 1, making sure that you can build an automated wealth plan, pay off debt, use your financial fitness framework to earn more, keep more, and make it grow? Or are you at number 1 and maybe number 2, where you're learning to build your dynamic brand to set yourself apart with that ooh la la, oh, powerful branding blueprint will have you attracting your dream clients with ease? Is that where you are right now? Most of you are going to be at step 1, step 2, somewhere in there. The Empire sales system, this is where we start to generate leads, lock in prospects, and turn them into paying clients without being salesy. Then we move on to breakthrough. Now, this is where breakthrough success coaching comes in, because yes, we're going to help you with your Empire Wealth Plan. We have a whole module just on finances. Then, of course, you get live coaching and help with that along the way. Your dynamic brand, exact same thing. But when we get to breakthrough, we're talking about the broken record that's keeping you from success, the things that you believe that just aren't so, that keep you stuck and grinding away in a never winning game. Like the money game, the way they've taught you, the way the system has taught you to play the money game, you can't win that way. The rules are not winnable. So we want to help you change the rules in your head so that you can win the game on your own terms. So we're going to show you how to reparent yourself, how to find those broken records, how to get in there and unlock those keys so that you can accelerate your success. Listen, everybody needs at some point to do that inner work. You know, some people call it shadow work, some people call it personal development, whatever you want to call it. The reality is we have to reframe your thinking so that you can get to the next level. That's what coaches and programs do. Then, of course, profit happens when you've started to, like, it's right after Empire sales system, you started to make some sales. Maybe you've made, 10 sales, 20 sales, 30 sales, 50 sales, but you're not quite at six-figure business yet. The profit number 5 is where we really focus on getting you to that 6 figures so that you can do what you want. If you want to quit your job, you can. Some people want to keep their job and make 6 figures on the side. I don't care how you do it, but I want for you to know that I firmly believe in multiple streams of income. And of course, we want those to be in one vertical so that you're not spread all over the place. But profit stage is very exciting. Then, of course, scaling, which is if you're at 100K or more, then we're going to help you scale that to that 7-figure mark. Okay. So that's it for the slideshow. I want you guys to really understand and harness the power of what we put together for you. And some of you might know and some of you might not. So I'm going to run through it really quickly with you. I just want to see here if we can. Okay, so there's a couple places that you can go follow us at on Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. But I want for you to know that the Breakthrough Success Coaching, the doors are opening, and we don't have them open all of the time. So it is a way for you to jump in and actually learn the CEO 6 and get yourself down that create your empire success path so that you can, over the next year, really set yourself apart when it comes to your brand, your business, really getting a grip on what you want your life to look like. If you want more information on the Breakthrough Success Coaching, I want you to drop call in the chat right now. Drop call in the chat, and we will have, actually what I'll do, let me see. Shanda, can you just drop your link in the chat, please? That might be very helpful. Why don't we do that? So what I want to do, because I don't want to spend a bunch of time, pitching you guys and selling to you. Either you resonated with this and you're like, yes, that makes sense to me. I need that. I want to do that. Then you're going to get on with Shanda. You can get started for as little as $297. Okay. There is a pay in full option that's going to get you a lot of bonuses. But I want you to know that it doesn't have to be a heavy investment. $297, you guys can get started, jump in and be on the call next Wednesday, get instant access to the curriculum. But what I want you to know most importantly, and I told this to the group on yesterday, was that I am focused to really create 6-figure earners in this group in the next 12 months. Like, my energy is being poured in there, and I have a track record of doing that. So I'm not on trial. Our system's not on trial. How we get transformation isn't on trial. But what's the question? The question is, are you ready? Are you ready to say, yes, put up my hand, I want that. Yes, I'd like to learn. Yes, I'd like to grow. Yes, I want the next 12 months to look different than the previous 12 months. Listen, the doors won't be open forever and ever. This is a very short time. And I honestly don't know how long we're going to keep it at this price. But it is a way for you to jump in for just $297 and get yourself plugged into a community that's going to support you and cheer you on. Coaches and mentors that have been where you want to go and are willing to show you the way, right? Very important. Can't even pay for that. You're going to get a full curriculum. There's all kinds of stuff that you're going to get, bonuses, etc. But most importantly, what you're going to get is a better you. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. So thank you for being here. I love you all. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. The strategy call link is there for you to book a call. So go ahead, click on the link and book that call right now. We'll get you on with one of our expert coaches who can walk you through, and they're going to tell you if the program's right for you or not. If it's not right, they're going to be the first ones to say, nope, I don't think it's a fit. But probably if you're putting up your hand to say, yes, I want to learn, yes, I want to grow, yes, I want to get to 6 figures, even if you don't have a business yet, this is the next best step for you. So with that, we will see you all on the other side. Grab that link. I'll also put it in the comments. Love you guys too. And make sure that you're not giving up on yourself too soon. Maybe you're in the thick of it and things have been difficult. Maybe you feel like you don't have the time, the money, the resources to invest in yourself like this. I promise you, if you actually say yes, get focused, and do not quit, your life will look drastically different a year from now if you just give us that year. With that, be blessed. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye for now.